Hey, what is going on, guys? It's DK back at you with another video here to break down the Sunday Night Showdown slate between the Saints and the Cowboys. A couple things before I get into the video. One, really do appreciate all the support I'm getting on the channel recently. Reached 600 subscribers, so really appreciate each and every one of you. If you're new to the channel, I hope you enjoy the content. We got new videos out basically every single day talking NFL DFS here on Draftkings, as well as NBA is right around the corner, so really excited for that. And two, I'll be doing a weekly $20 giveaway here on this channel. Ways to enter, all you have to do is leave a like and a comment on this video and be subscribed, and that's one entry into the giveaway. Max one comment though per video. So starting with my early look video, going throughout the week, I'm going to announce the winner actually in my Monday Night Football Showdown slate. So you can enter it as many times. I think I have six videos up this week, so you can enter it technically 6 times if you want to. And again, I'll be announcing the giveaway winner on my Monday Night Showdown slate video, so really excited for that. And yeah, let's jump into it. So first, let's look at my Showdown slate lineup from Thursday night with Philly and Green Bay. It was a pretty weird game, I would say. So as far as the Green Bay running backs go, I actually preferred Jamal Williams to Aaron Jones. He got injured, I think, on the first play. So it was all Aaron Jones from there on out. I think Green Bay didn't have another running back in the roster, so Aaron Jones literally played like 100% of the snaps. So we got a bit unlucky there. As far as the Philadelphia running backs, I was banking on Philly playing from behind here. They actually got off to an early lead and held that lead throughout the game. So it was a lot of Jordan Howard. It was a lot of Miles Sanders. I went with Sproles again because I thought Philly would be playing from behind here. I liked his PPR upside, but obviously didn't work out for me. As far as Jordan Howard goes, I'll definitely take the L there. I thought he was going to be like my least favorite back for sure, but he played really well there. He looked like a different back. They even got involved in the passing game too. So don't think we can expect that going forward from Jordan Howard, but I will definitely take the L as far as the Thursday night showdown slate. And then as far as my lineup goes, Devontae Adams I talked about, I just love the upside there. Slotted him in there in my captain spot. Philadelphia secondary was definitely the weakest part of their defense. Plugged both quarterbacks in. Mac Hollins was a guy that was pretty popular because there was no Deshaun Jackson. He didn't do a whole lot there with only one catch. Obviously, Sproles was a letdown. But again, Philly was playing with the lead basically the whole time. And then Jimmy Graham. Made 2 lineups, one with Jimmy Graham here and one with Geronimo Allison. Both cashed. Again, I'm kind of surprised at cash with these lineups, but Devontae was huge. So that was it for my Thursday night showdown slate. So let's jump into the Sunday night showdown slate. So where is NFL? Here we go. Dallas and New Orleans. So before I get into the salaries, let's look at the over-under real quick. Where do we got? Here's Bovada. So Dallas is a 3-point favorite here with the over-under 47.5. So definitely a higher over-under. Let's look at snap counts again before we get into the salaries. So I'll start with New Orleans. Obviously, Drew Brees is going to be out for a while, so it's the Teddy Bridgewater show. I thought Tyson Hill might get a few more snaps, only played on 7% of the snaps. But that still is a concern if you're playing Teddy Bridgewater that they could bring in Tyson Hill for the goal line. As far as running backs go, Kamara snaps have only been going up. Now he's at 88%. Latavius Murray has kind of been going down to 21%. As far as receivers, is Michael Thomas out there basically the whole time. Ted Ginn at about 65, 70% of the snaps. And then Austin Carr played in about 50% of the snaps with no Traquan Smith. Traquan Smith's out again. As far as tight ends go, it's Jared Cook playing about 75% of the snaps. And then Josh Hill out there for about 50% as well. New Orleans does like running 2 tight ends. Let's get to Dallas real quick. So as far as running backs go, Zeke only put in 67% of snaps, but that game was a blowout. I think in a game that's going to be more closely contested like this one should be, Zeke should play most of the game. So Tony Pollard not going to be a guy I'm really on. I understand it there. He had a big game last game, but I think, again, if the game stays close, it's going to be a lot of Zeke. And then the receivers is Marty Cooper in about, 85, 90% of the snaps. Then Randall Cobb about 75%, and Devin Smith with no Michael Gallup played on 92% of the snaps. And then the tight ends go. It's about an even split here with Jason Witten and Blake Jarwin. So let's look into the salaries. It's kind of interesting because both teams are very similar. They both have a workhorse back with Kamara and Zeke. They both have a go-to receiver with Amari Cooper and Michael Thomas. And they both have a quarterbacks with rushing upside with Dak and Teddy Bridgewater. So if I'm picking between the 2 running backs, it's tough. I like both a lot. I think there are some value plays we can get to in a sec. Definitely riskier, but I think we can plug some value guys in so we can get the upside with Kamara and Zeke. Again, I like them both a lot. Kamara, playing at home, just flashed huge upside there last time with against Seattle. Was breaking tackles, looking great. Again, the snaps going up. Yeah, he's just, you can't go wrong with Kamara. And the same thing with Zeke. I know the snaps haven't really been there, but that last game was a blowout. In a game that should stay close, I love the upside in Zeke. He hasn't been involved too much in the passing game, but he is a good pass-catching back. So Kamara and Zeke, like them both a lot here. As far as the quarterback situation goes, it's Dak that's going to be the safer option of the two for sure at 11.2K. But then you got like a $2,200 discount with Teddy Bridgewater. Again, the concern with the Bridgewater is they still have Taysom Hill, which they might bring in for the goal line situations. New Orleans always loves involving Taysom Hill for some weird reason, but yeah, that is the concern with Teddy Bridgewater. Dak at 11.2K, he does have some upside. 36, 28, 23 fantasy points. Does have rushing upside as well, so I do like that. It's tough though because there's a lot of good plays on the slate with obviously the two running backs, the quarterbacks are good options, and the two wide receivers. So it's definitely a tricky slate. I do like it though a good amount. And then Bridgewater, again, at a $2,200 discount. Was okay there for against Seattle last time out with 16 fantasy points. Does have a little bit of rushing upside in him as well. And obviously a $2,200 discount. So I don't mind Teddy Bridgewater. The two star receivers, the Amari and Michael Thomas, you can't go wrong. Obviously, I think Michael Thomas might be, or Marty Cooper might be a little safer just because he's playing with Dak. But both just have huge upside. Both basically out there the whole time. 9.2K for Michael Thomas. That seems really cheap, so I do like him. Again, you really can't go wrong with any of these top guys here with the top running backs, quarterbacks, and the two top receivers. Now we get kind of in the mid-range. Randall Cobb, I'll talk about first. So there's no Gallup. We'll get to Devin Smith here in a sec, but Randall Cobb at 7K. I just think that's a little much for him. I don't really see the upside in him. He's going to be playing out of the slot. I get it, but again, I'm kind of going more for stars and scrubs approach on the slate. So mid-tier is kind of a tier I'm kind of staying away from. Jason Witten at 5.8K. Again, I really like the stars and scrubs approach. So as far as roster construction goes, so Jason Witten at kind of the mid-range is okay at 5.8K. I just don't see a huge upside in him. Devin Smith's interesting at 5.2K. Again, he was out there for like 50% of the snaps, or 90% of the snaps. He does have big play upside in him as well. So I don't mind Devin Smith at 5.2K. Tony Pollard is probably the guy I fade. I think he'll be pretty popular because people will chase that last game, but I don't really see it happening again here. Again, if this game stays close like it should be, it's only a 3-point spread. It's going to be a lot of Zeke. So Tony Pollard's not going to be a guy I'm on at 4.8K. Jared Cook at 4.4K. Again, it's just okay. Doesn't have huge upside. Ted Ginn Jr. is interesting here, 4.2K. He's a guy that does have upside, a little more boom or bust. 0 catches there in week 2, only 2 catches in week 3, but did have a big game there in week 1. So again, he's a little riskier, but he does have some upside. So he would be a cheaper guy that I would consider for GPPs, just because he does have that big play upside in him. As far as the defenses go, if you guys watch my showdown slates, you guys know I usually like targeting the defenses in the lower over-unders. This one's more in the high end, so I'm not really considering the defenses in this slate. Now, can they get a pick 6? Yeah, they definitely can, but I like targeting the defenses in the lower over-under games. Now, the kickers, I think, are decent options as well. Again, the over-under, that's sitting at 47.5. Don't really have a strong opinion if I'm picking between the kickers, but you definitely can play one for GPPs. Latavius Murray's interesting at 3.2K. Don't see the huge upside in him, but I think he's going to go super low owned just because he's had 2 really bad games. Obviously, with no Drew Brees, that's a big hit to Latavius Murray and the Saints offense, but he still should get like 20-25% of the snaps. Maybe they bring him in on the goal line, so I guess they don't hate the play. I think he's going to go really low owned. Taysom Hill at 2.6. Again, they might bring him in here for goal line situations. That's the concern with Teddy Bridgewater. So if you want to get really risky, you could play Taysom Hill. Maybe something happens to Bridgewater. Then you get really lucky. So, I guess he's worth a dart throw if you're making multiple lineups just because the Saints do like bringing him in for goal line situations. Let's see. Deontay Harris, not someone's getting snaps. Blake Jarwin at 1K. Again, him and Jason Witten splitting the snaps. Basically down the middle here at like 50%. 1K, I guess he's okay. Josh Hill, same thing. Playing about 50% of the snaps. Both backup tight ends, I think, are at least you can give a look to. And then finally, Austin Carr at 200. Now, obviously didn't get targeted at all there in week 3, but still played like 50% of the snaps. And if he's going to, with no Traquan Smith again, Austin Carr is probably going to get a similar workload on a slate that does lack some value plays, and we want to get those star guys in there. Austin Carr is a guy I'm probably going to lean towards playing just because, again, I want to fit in as much of these top guys as I can. So Austin Carr is probably going to be a guy that I actually play this week just because, again, I want Kamara, I want Zeke, I want like one of the quarterbacks, I want one of the receivers. So, that's basically my thoughts for the salaries on the slate. As far as captains go, it's really these top 6 options, and that's basically it. Probably, either running back or either receiver would be my preferred target in the captain spot. Normally in the Showdown slate videos, I think it's like 75% of the time the winning lineup has either a running back or a wide receiver in it. So it's going to be probably Kamara or Zeke or Marty Cooper or Michael Thomas for me in the captain spot. And yeah, I think that's about it for this video, guys. So if you have been enjoying the content so far, I'd really appreciate it if you'd like this video and subscribe. If you have any questions, you can leave in the comment section down below. It's also really important to follow me on Twitter. That will be in the description below. I'll get my thoughts as we get more injury news. We're not really waiting on any injury news. I'll also be live streaming before lock for the Showdown slate, probably about 20 to 30 minutes before lock. I'm going to stream on YouTube, actually, so be on the lookout for that. I can answer any late breaking questions you guys have. And yeah, that's basically it. So I will see you guys here for my Monday Night Showdown slate video where I will announce the winner to the giveaway. So I will see you guys then.